Madison is the winner of the game. Alright, tonight we're going to talk about Zacchaeus. Okay? Who knows the story of Zacchaeus? Raise your hand. That's very good because we're going to review the story and then we're going to pull a point out of the story that you probably never looked at before. Okay? So we're just going to review the story and we're going to focus on one point.
About what bark was on the tree.
What bark? No, I'm not going to look at the bark. So go ahead and turn your Bibles to Luke 19, 1 through 10. And we're going to read 1 through 10. Y'all watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Whoa.
I love it.
School. Three of us get fun reading like 12 verses. Actually, no.
Actually, for a while, you do that in Sunday school.
Like 2 verses.
Alright. We're going to start with Austin. Y'all, what we do is we read one verse at a time and we take turns. Huh? So you're passing? Alright, Marcus, we're going to start with you.
Oh!
Unless you're joking. Alright, go ahead and start with number 1 then.
Many have undertaken.
Oh! Hang on, that's the man
What was it? It says 19.
Oh my goodness, Marcus.
Number 2.
Alright, good job. Help the man out. We'll get going. Here we go. Alright.
A man was there by the name.
Marcus, you just told him 2!
I said 2 number 2. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, Marcus.
2 number 2.
Marcus,
He was
let's
in
go.
Jericho and was passing through.
A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was wealthy.
Stop. What's the deal about tax collectors in this time?
They're worse than the life.
They were liars and evil.
Alright, proceed.
He wanted to see who Jesus was, but because he was short, he could not see over the crowd.
So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore fig tree to see him, since Jesus was coming out of the...
Has that ever happened to you guys? You've been somewhere and then you really wanted to see what was going on, but you're just too short.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever climbed a tree before?
Yeah.
I climbed a tree, not for that reason.
Yeah, not that reason.
Oh, I was about to say for that reason.
Of course everyone's climbing a tree.
Alright, proceed.
When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today.
So he came down at once and welcomed him gladly.
Stop. Alright, who's the most famous person that you guys have seen? Like you were really excited to see if you saw that person.
Taylor Swift.
What would you do if you went to see Taylor Swift and you were not thousands or hundreds of people, and then she said, Mary Claire, come up on stage.
I would cry. Like, oh my goodness!
She'd probably faint, honestly.
Like Mary Claire, because she's short, she like climbed the scaffolding so she could like see Taylor Swift.
And like,
And then Taylor Swift was like, Mary Claire, come down here. You'd cry.
Yeah.
Alright.
What?
Alright. Fall faster than when I hit her.
Alright, proceed.
All the people saw this and began to mutter, He has gone to be the guest of a sinner. But Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, Look, Lord, here and now I give half of my possessions to the poor. If I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount.
Alright, stop. Alright, what just happened?
Jesus called him out, pretty much.
Okay?
And then Zacchaeus confessed his sins and said, Yo, I did this, I'll pay back 4 times the amount.
Alright, so what's the significance of him paying back 4 times the amount?
Because
Why couldn't he just say, alright God, I'm sorry, and he repented of his sins, and then he becomes a Christian, and then he lives happily ever after? Why does he have to give up 4 times what he stole?
Because he stole so much money, and like God knew like he stole that money.
Okay, he knew that he did it, but
He can't.
so what's the point of giving back 4 times?
So, like,
Marcus?
Give away pretty much everything.
Follow Jesus.
Just
Humble himself.
Okay, humble himself.
because if he wouldn't have given anything back, there wouldn't have been any consequences.
Yeah.
Well, there never has to be consequences for our sins, though, right?
If he would have just like gave like the normal amount back, they'd be like, okay, you just give the money back. But when he pays like 4 times that amount, that's like, whoa.
Is that proving?
Yeah, it
something?
shows like, yo, you actually.
Yeah, so he's not just talking the talk; he's walking the walk, right? He's really trying to prove that he really means what he's saying, right? All right, continue.
Jesus said to them, Today salvation has come to this house, because this man too is a son of Abraham.
All right, Austin, read verse 10.
For the Son of Man came to seek and save their lost.
All right, so out of 1 through 10, these verses, what jumps out at you the most? What do you like? What do you dislike? What's weird? What's something cool you think happened?
Because you know, like Jesus walked up and like out of all these people, smacked him out the trees and good.
Why do you think he chose Zacchaeus to focus on that crowd?
Because he like, I mean, he knows everybody, so he was like, yeah, I know this guy did something. I want to see.
So just like there was a reason he gave back 4 times the amount he stole, there's a reason why he picked Zacchaeus, right? And so what was going on about tax collectors? What was the deal with them?
They're bad people.
They're bad people, right? They stole.
He
The whole situation is he stole, he gave back 4 times. So why do you think Jesus picked him?
Because he wanted to show to the other people too that like tax collectors can be changed.
Yep.
As well.
So if a tax collector during this time can be changed,
And
then
anybody
can be changed. So do you think he was just setting an example through what he was doing?
You set an example to everyone.
Yeah, so he was changing this guy's life, but everybody that was there, he was setting an example for them. So, because the crowd that was there and the people that watched what Jesus was doing, what would they say about it? Yeah, look at the verse. What did they say?
Well, first he said it like,
For the Son of Man
yep.
came to seek and save for all.
No, what did the people say?
Yeah.
Read it again, louder.
Look, Lord.
Yes, gone to be the guest of us.
So all the people there, they were gossiping about what Jesus was doing, right?
Jesus probably heard.
Why would you talk about do some like?
He's right there. He can hear.
Yeah.
If I hear you gossip.
So they were gossiping about what was going on. Can you believe Jesus is talking to Zacchaeus? Oh my, does he not know what Zacchaeus does?
Jesus would turn around and be like,
That man, he got 20 bucks straight.
Yeah, and then, so, you think Jesus knows what they're saying?
Yeah.
Of course he does. But you know what? He's like, watch this. And he's going to show everybody there how anyone can turn around and give their life to Jesus Christ and turn their actions around. So, I have a question for you, okay? I have a question for you. Who thinks that they have failed? First of all, let me ask you another question before I ask that question. How many of you believe that you are in ministry right now? Raise your hand if you think you're in ministry, which means that it's part of your life that you minister to people. Raise your hand if you think you're in ministry right now.
I mean, I think like we all are pretty much. Yeah, we're part of the ministry anyways.
Yeah, well, if you call yourself a Christian, then you are a part of ministry, which means that it's your job as Christian to minister to people, right?
Yeah.
That's Jesus called us to do that. So, all right. So now my question is, how many of you feel like you have failed in your ministry in your life?
Yeah.
Raise your hand. You feel like you have failed in your ministry. So give me. You don't have to give me like exact examples, but give me some examples of how people fail in their ministry, or how you might have failed in your own ministry, Marcus. Huh? Not doing your kingdom work part. Okay. How else? Josh?
Like, I mean, just day-to-day stuff, like everybody fails. I mean, it's normal.
Yeah, how have you failed in your ministry is the question.
Oh, that's exactly. Like when I see someone like hurting or something, like I knew, like I can tell they're sad or they're crying, and you just don't do anything. You sit there and watch them. It's not doing anything.
Okay. Madison.
I think like being a hypocrite in your faith, like being one person towards like somebody's face, like, hey, you should come to church and like spread the word of them, but then like they turn around an hour later and you're over there cussing up a storm or like doing this and like they're not gonna come.
Alright. So what are some examples of how you guys have failed other people in your ministry? For example, raise your hand if you've ever tried to get someone to come to church. And raise your hand if that person did not come to church. Have you? Did you feel like that you failed in that moment?
Yeah.
Did you?
Like you didn't fail because you tried at least, but you
But you
feel
failed
like
because still
they
didn't
come to church.
So my question, did you fail?
Yes.
Let's say you invite someone to church and they say no, they never come. Did you fail?
No, you did not. You asked.
What do y'all think? Talk about it.
No, you
You
did
did your best.
You tried. I mean, well,
I mean, if you
Like, if you just-
once,
there.
then yeah.
but like if you kept hitting them and stuff, that I mean you're trying for God. Like, it's not like
Come
on, come to church.
So you always say if you ask one time and they never come, you fail. But if you ask 10 times and they never come, you didn't fail.
I mean, I feel like even if you tried, you still did not fail. Because I mean, you tried something that.
You could have tried harder.
Yeah, you could have tried harder, but you tried, so you didn't fail.
Alright, so this is kind of what we're talking about tonight. What we're focusing on is planting seeds. Planting seeds. Alright, so how does this how does planting seeds relate to the story of Zacchaeus? I want to see if you guys can guess how this is going to relate.
Ooh, because he was on the tree.
Ooh, what about the tree?
Because,
Mary Claire.
Because by going to Zacchaeus' home, he planted the seed of his ministry in Zacchaeus, just by talking about him.
Okay, that's a good answer. Anyone else?
We plant our seed, people could climb on it.
Yeah, let's see.
Our trees. Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you guys an answer. If you combine Jeffrey's answer and Josh's answer into one answer, it's my answer. Okay.
No way.
All right, go to the next slide. Long before Zacchaeus couldn't see Jesus, the tree was planted to meet his need.
Exactly.
Someone planted the tree for Zacchaeus to climb to be able to see Jesus. Okay?
Whoa.
Someone planted the tree for Zacchaeus to climb to be able to see Jesus. So I know in your life, in your life ministry to other people, it may seem like you're failing every day. You try to invite your friend to church. They have another church, they don't go to church, they don't want to come to your church, whatever the reason, they don't come. You might feel like you want to be a Christian and you might want to live your life a certain way, but you feel like, kind of like Max, what you were saying, you know, sometimes you accidentally go against what you say and people judge you for that and they say, well, she wants me to come to her church, but she's doing and saying these things. So we fail in that way, but every single day, our goal should be to plant seeds in people. We should do things and say things and invite them to things and encourage them to do certain things that is going to plant a seed in them. And you might not be able to see that seed ever grow. It might happen 5 years down the road, and what you did today might change their lives in 5 years from now. But you have to know that things that you do, it's not, you don't ever fail in ministry. You can invite someone to church, they're always going to remember that you invited them to church.